Welcome back to another episode of Tales in Focus. You might be wondering who the heck these two are. I'm David, this is Bass, and we are the true #1 fans of TBR Trio.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
So and let's get into it.
Okay.
Oh no, we stressed.
This is going to be very chaotic.
Okay.
All right. Let's start with a question from a subscriber. Lacey asked, how did y'all meet?
Oh my God, you have a bee on your
It's
head.
okay. It's okay. Okay, I got it out. It's out.
So we met in 2024 at the Library of Congress.
Yes.
We met through the FFG Discord,
Yes.
F Fantasy Fangirls Discord,
Yes.
for people that don't know. And Bea was online because we wanted to go see Rebecca Yarros, and we wanted to go do the signing because she was doing a signing.
Yeah.
And we were messaging in the Discord, and I had met up with her online, and then she was like, "Yeah, like the signing was completely
It's not
done.
gonna work. I got there and they closed it
Yeah.
right as I got there. So then we were like, well, let's just go for the panel.
And the panel was like 4 hours later, so
Yes.
we literally were on the line at like 2, and then we just sat next to each other and just spent 4 hours just talking, and yeah,
That's how it happened.
Yeah.
And then after that, we pretty much talk every day.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the rest is history.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, well, that leads us into another good one. How did you two start interviewing indie authors together? And Courtney, another subscriber, wants to know, was there a book or podcast that was your aha moment?
Well, I'll do with the start. So I am a professional photographer, and I wanted to take photos of indie authors because I know how hard that can be. So I mentioned to Vanna, and I was like, well, do you think this author, Gretchen Powell Fox, would want photos taken by me? She was like, yeah.
Well,
definitely.
you have to talk about how you wanted to take photos of Gretchen.
Okay, so yes, I met Gretchen Power Fox through Vanna. She was like, there is this person, this author coming to Barnes & Noble. Do you want to come with me? I'm like, yeah, why not? Let's do it. So then we went there. She's so sweet, so nice. So then I liked her a lot. I bought her book without knowing anything about the book. And then I messaged Vanna. I looked through her Instagram and I didn't see any professional photos. So I messaged Vanna. I was like, do you think she would want photos by me? And then Vanna was like, yeah, of course she would. Like, Then later, Vanna was like, Bea, do you still want to do this? And I was like, yes. She was like, I kind of want to interview authors. Do you want to do it together?
Yeah.
And then we literally started, 20 days later?
Yeah, we literally planned it in like a week. It was, yeah. So for me, when I wanted to interview authors, I find reading, I always love getting to know people, and then like the author specifically, they have these books that we want to read, and it's like, okay, well, what inspired them to write these books? And I always wanted to know the behind the scenes, the process, and just what led them to want to be a writer. So I feel like through these interviews, we get to know them personally, and we get to actually see their inspiration, their experiences in the book. And that's like, oh, wow. Like now when we read a specific part of the book, we're like, okay, she talked about it. We know where that inspiration came from. And it makes it more meaningful. It makes it more impactful.
I sometimes don't know anything about the book, but if I got to know the author, I'm like, yeah, I'm buying your book and I'm reading your book because you were so nice to me.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it happened. And the haha moment.
Yeah.
So that was it. Gretchen Powell Fox.
Yeah. And we could also say like Fantasy Fangirls, because that's how we met.
Yes, we met through Fantasy Fangirls, but Gretchen Powell Fox, I think
Was
that
the
was my
reason.
like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Because I really liked her, and I felt like people should get to know her too, because she was just so nice.
Yeah.
So I think that was for me, that was it, that it was her.
I mean, I've always, like I said, I've always just loved getting to know people. As someone in business, I have that networking background. So I just want that, like, I want to know you. I want to know your story type of thing. So it was just a good combination. It came at the right time.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. So let's talk about the interviews. Starting off, you guys interview indie authors. What is the most rewarding part of it?
Okay. So the most rewarding part is getting to know them, becoming friends with them. Some of them, we are close friends with them now. We went to dinner with Christy Wolf, and we were like,
"You're so cool."
What? So I think the most rewarding part is getting to know them in a personal level, and also having other people get to know them like we do.
Yeah. Like I think for me it's just more so like learning about them and getting to know them on a personal level, and just knowing the person behind the books, I think is what's really important to me, because these books, they're our form of escapism and they help us. So I feel like knowing them and then reading their book, it shows, okay, how did this book help them by writing it? So
Yeah.
I love that we can bond over that. And it's just beautiful, because these authors, they're humans too at the end of the day. So like they're not just, oh my God, she wrote Smoke and Scar, for example.
Yeah.
She's a person, she has her own story, or he has his own story.
Yeah.
And I want to know that part too. And the books are just a bonus, because we just
Yeah.
And a follow-up question. Jody from Book
Hi,
Club
Jody.
asked,
We love her.
if you could interview any author, living or dead, who would it be and why?
oh my God.
So
Tough one.
That is a tough.
That is a tough question. There are so many, I feel like.
I'm really trying to think of.
I would love to interview Rebecca Yarros, but I think anybody would respond to that, because like it's a interview, like a book lover dream to talk to that person.
Yeah, I feel like Rebecca Yarros, Sarah J. Maas, I feel like those are like
The
everybody
big
would love to do it.
But right now, to be honest, Em and I were talking about this in a car. I would love to interview Lana B. Knight, but they're in Canada.
Yeah.
I would love to interview them.
I would love to interview them too. That
Yeah.
would be, because she's a Discord FFG Discord mod, and
Yeah.
she's
so
also an author.
road trip.
Road
Road
trip to
trip
Canada.
I'm down. I've never been to Canada. I would love to interview them.
It's very cold there, so just
Let's do it.
I
We
heard
could do
people
it.
are nice in Canada.
They apparently.
Do you know which part of Canada?
I think they're in Toronto.
I think
Okay.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that we were talking on the way here. I would love to interview them.
Cool.
I don't know who I would want to interview.
Penn Cole. I feel like you would love.
Oh,
you would freak out.
I would love to interview Penn Cole. Her books did something different to me, like mentally.
Yeah.
I would love to interview her. We'll say Penn Cole, and maybe if I think of someone else, I'll pop it in after.
Okay. Yeah. We can do like some magical editing.
Yeah, so for authors that don't know you guys or TBR Trio yet, what is the number one thing you would like for them to know?
Damn, that's a good question.
You guys have hard questions. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I think it's just fun. It's just like it's a fun experience to sit with us. And we are two young bookish lovers that love, if we contact you, is because we really like you and we really want to talk to you and learn about you.
I will say that it is fun. It's such a fun experience to
Yeah.
just even do it. Never in my days have I thought that I would be interviewing authors. So that's just huge in itself already. I will say one thing I would love for them to know is that we do this with intent, and we do it
Yes.
with all of our heart and literally all of our passion. And we put so much work into it, because we believe that every author deserves a spotlight where they can share their
Yes.
book, whether you've written your first book or written 50 books.
Or 100, apparently. We never
Golden
survived
Angel.
100, yes.
We want them to know that your story deserves to be heard.
Yes.
And if you just give us a chance, we will do everything in our power to give you that space.
Yes.
And it is a very safe space.
Yes.
We try to make it enjoyable for them.
Yeah.
It's literally just talking about you, talking about your story. And we just
In an easy.
sometimes chaotic,
A lot of
but in the
times
best
chaotic.
but in just the best way. We want to make it like an uplifting environment,
Yes.
and just share
Yeah.
our love of reading and their love of writing
Yeah.
together.
And I think another thing, we take this very seriously.
Yeah.
Even
Mhm.
though we are chaotic and we're all over the place sometimes, we take this very seriously. Like she said.
What did we say earlier? It's a professional setting, but we
We
are
are
not
chaotic.
professional.
We
Yeah,
are
we're chaotic.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna dive more into reading and book preferences.
He's
Oh.
trying to be like me.
It's
Yeah.
so good. It's-
See?
Let's dive into it.
Yeah. And then
All right.
All right. So, how did you get into romantasy, dark romantasy, fantasy? Was there a gateway book?
Oh
you
my
would say?
god. Okay. Can I start?
Yeah, you go.
Okay. So, since I was a child, live and breathe Harry Potter. So that's fantasy in itself. So, and I still live and breathe Harry Potter. That will never change. But obviously life happens. I went to college, became an adult, went to work,
Ugh.
and yeah, all the boring stuff. And I had to stop reading for a little bit. And it wasn't until 2023 when I think it was book of the month. Was it? I think it was book of the month that I was like, you know what? Let me just grab a book. Like, whatever. I heard so much about it. It's only $5. Let me get a book. And it was Thriller at the time. And I remember I was doing like the monthly subscription for a couple months. And then all of a sudden I pick up, me and you were at Barnes and Noble's one day and we were doing work and I was reading and I was, scared, like roaming the aisles as one does at Barnes and Noble. And I came across this book called Fourth Wing. And I recognized the cover because it was going like wild
Crazy.
on social media. And I'm like, all right, I have no idea what this book is about. Literally, I went into it blind and I was like, but I've seen so many people raving about it. Let me just pick it up and whatever.
Yeah.
I never went back after that day. I devoured it in like 3 days. I absolutely loved it. And that was like August of 2023. And I was like, okay, I need the second book. And to my luck, it was November that the second book was coming out.
Yeah.
And that's actually what got me into to Fantasy Fangirls because that's
when they started.
Yeah, I started
it.
seeing
Yeah.
Nicole's reels and I was like, who is this girl? I love her, but she's so crazy. Like I love her, but in the best way.
Yeah.
And then after I finished Fourth Wing, I wanted more.
Yeah.
So people were talking about the Massverse and people were like, oh, you should pick up ACOTAR.
Yeah.
Again, I never went back.
Yeah.
And that's my gateway there.
Yeah. For me, it's different. I was not a reader. Like, I remember there was this, like, a Portuguese class at school back in the day, and I read this book, and I had to do a test, and I failed miserably. Like, it was really bad. I think I just got my name right, honestly. So I didn't like to read, but then the pandemic happened. I was also a Harry Potter kid growing up, but I was a movies Harry Potter kid. I did not read the books, but then the pandemic hit. And then that was the series that I started reading. And then I read it so many times. And then I found ACOTAR. That's what actually got me into reading. I read ACOTAR in every single form there is multiple times. That I know every single sentence in that book at this point. And then I never went back. ACOTAR and then Fourth Wing. I didn't want to read Fourth Wing because it was all over the place. Mm-hmm. But then my really good friend Christy, she was reading it. So I was like, if she likes it, I think I'll like it. So then I started reading that. And
the rest
here
is
we are. Here we are. I have way too many. As a child, I never thought I would have 2 bookshelves going into the third.
It's really funny because Bea was, when she first started buying books, you never bought books like to add to your TBR.
No.
You bought books as you read.
Yes.
And then she calls me or texts me one day. She goes, Ivana, I went to Barnes and Noble's and I have like 4 books on my TBR. I looked at her. I was like, I have 50 books on my TBR. This is not
nothing.
That is nothing.
Yeah.
And now she has 2 bookshelves full of TBR. So you're welcome.
I have more books that I haven't read than books that I have read.
You're welcome.
Yes.
What tropes do you guys never get tired of?
Enemies to lovers. Found family is my number one. I love found family. Toucher and you. I love that.
Yeah.
Morally gray, shadow daddy. Give me all of it. I don't know. I feel like I'm starting to have a thing for masked men. I don't really know how.
Masked Man.
Dark romance.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
masked
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I kind of love that.
I'm sure you do.
Just to name a few.
Bass is gonna get home tomorrow with a mask.
With a mask.
Hello, honey.
He would come up with a scream mask and
Yeah.
scare me.
I love enemies to lovers, but I like a good enemies to lovers. Like, I need you to hate each other.
Like despise.
This, like, the point that I'm not gonna figure it out that you are actually going to be a thing because you hate each other so much. Yeah, I love a good like dark romance with like.
She just stepped.
I just stepped a foot in dark romance. I do like it.
Don't worry, guys. I'm teaching her well.
But there are some things like if the guy's too young and like he's saying that he's gonna do all these things to me. I'm like, the fuck you are. Like, you're not gonna do all these things to me. You are 18 years old. You don't know what you're doing. That's
See,
my
in my head, I like all age is like non-existent. I feel like they're just a steady like maybe 25-year-old and that's it. Like I don't like the whole Reese and Feyre being 100.
True, like that one is fine with me. But if it's like a dark romance in this world and the guy's like 18, 20, and then the girl is also very young, I'm like, you're not doing this stuff. That's how I go about it. But I try not to think about it, but in the end of the book, I'm like, that's right.
Yeah, okay.
But another trope, I don't know. I love fantasy. Anything fantasy related, I'm down for it.
Do you have a favorite trope?
A favorite trope?
She doesn't like the morally gray with swirly
No.
tattoos.
No, my favorite trope is the morally gray.
Okay.
I am though. I'm gonna get canceled for this. I'm tired of the Shadow Daddy with twirling tattoos. That doesn't mean that I don't like it. I like it, but I'm tired of reading the same trope over and over again. So maybe that was another question, but I'm tired of that. But I love a morally gray.
You kind of did answer the next one a little bit. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Thanks.
My bad.
Ruining the interview.
Sorry, I'm in the interviewer mode. Okay, go ahead.
My bad.
So are there any that make you roll your eyes immediately?
Tropes?
Yeah.
I don't like a pregnancy trope. I don't like it.
I don't either.
It's unnecessary in my opinion.
I agree. But that's I agree. I don't like that. That's my one.
I think that's like the only trope. I feel like everything else I can kind of
even the Shadow Daddy, I can still read it and I'll still enjoy it. But can we invent another?
You'll do like one eye roll instead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like
just half an eye roll.
Yeah, just like But the pregnancy one for me too. I don't like that.
Yeah.
If you could live in one fantasy world, which one would you choose?
Hogwarts.
Same.
No, wait, actually. Well, hold on. Okay. Either I would live in the Harry Potter world or I would go live in Terrasen because Throne of Glass is my Roman Empire.
I would love to live, Valaris. But if I have to pick one, it's Hogwarts.
That is true. Yeah. Either Hogwarts or Terrasen for me.
Either Hogwarts or Valaris for me. Yeah.
All right. Well, the next question is, name a fantasy world from your books you would like to live in and one power you can take into that world. Just one power.
You mean from the books from the authors or
from
any
all
book?
of your fantasy books.
Okay. So
one world you would like to live in.
Okay.
And you can only take one power with you.
Does the power have to be in that world or can it just be
it
like...
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I always would love the power to read minds and read intentions. So like I would
that stresses me.
No, what is it? The intrinsic thing in Fourth Wing? I would love that power.
I would love a apparate or like distance walking because I would love to go back and see my family like just okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I would do that so I can teleport.
Yeah.
So now tell me, what world would you want to live in with those powers?
I would die if I go to Basgayet, so let's not do that.
You'd be a scribe, I feel like.
I probably would. I'd probably be a scribe. That's like the only place
I would do because of the emotional. I would do Hogwarts. Okay. That's the Harry Potter world because of the emotional.
See, I'm trying
side of me.
I feel like all of my answers would be Harry Potter related because that's like my entire being. So I'm trying to like venture out a little bit. I
would love to ride a dragon. So I'm choosing.
Okay, if we could like beat if we could actually like cross the parapet, get through threshing.
Girl, you already have the power. You are taking the power. We are teletransporting. We teletransport to the other side. I'm about to die and just like apparate to the other side. It's my world. I'm doing it what I want.
I think Bea just needs a whole fantasy world of her own.
Yes.
Because the ones that exist don't apply.
No, it does. I'm in the Fourth Wing world. And I have the teletransport power.
Okay, can we combine these? Can we do like Hogwarts
meets
where you can ride dragons? Because you can't really ride dragons in Harry Potter.
Nobody has ever tried, I think.
That's a good point. Well, technically they're seen as bad in Harry Potter.
That is true.
Yeah, so okay, let's take
I guess that could be your power. A dragon rider.
In
Harry Potter.
Yeah. But I would love the dragons from Fourth Wing in Harry Potter.
Yes, too. Because I want to talk to them.
Yeah, I like that connection thing. I love that. Okay.
We gotta move on to
This one actually comes from M, and she would like to know, what are your favorite books of all time?
I feel like we talked about this already. Harry Potter.
Okay, so which one of the Harry Potter books is your favorite? Mine is A Prisoner of Azkaban.
That's like asking me what like my favorite flavor of cinnamon roll is. Like that's like
I'm sorry, pick one.
I didn't know there were multiple flavors.
I didn't either.
Well, you could make multiple flavors. I really love the Half-Blood Prince. I really like that. I like that one and the Order of Phoenix. The one that destroyed me like the most. Oh, actually, I can't answer that because they all destroyed me. Yeah, okay. Half-Blood Prince, Order of Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of outside of Harry Potter another favorite book.
Oh yeah.
I really liked The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna.
I still have to read that one.
It destroyed me. I cried. And it was beautiful.
Okay, so if we're not talking about Harry Potter, Throne of Glass, all of like the popular series, I will say one of my favorite books that I've read recently is Yellowface by R.F. Kuang.
Mm-hmm.
That book really put life into perspective about social media and about how people really are just bored with their lives and they just choose to attack people on the internet.
Yeah.
Without realizing that these people are also humans on the other side of the screen. But I also loved because in that book, it talks a lot about the social media and that, like, an author's life on social media, but it also talks about, like, the author's life in the publishing world. And I really love that because there's not really much that we know about what the publishing world is like for being a trad published author.
Yeah.
So that really gave me a lot of insight as to how the process works. And it's such a competitive like environment. You really learn like all the stresses and all the pressure and responsibilities that authors are required to do as a trad published.
Yeah.
So I just loved it. And that book rearranged my brain chemistry. It was fantastic.
All right. Well, I have two quick questions. The first one is, which fictional character is your ultimate book crush?
Luther from Spark of the Everflame. He's my number one.
You see, my brain is blank right now.
Well, you like Reese.
I love Reese. I do like Zayden a lot, but again, the age. Look, my husband's 7 years older than me, and I love that.
I thought you were going to say your husband's 70.
No. I love an older... I'm not saying that you're old. I love an older man than I am, so Reese for me is my number one.
We like them aged, you guys.
I love Zayden too. I like his morally chaotic gray. But Reese for me, he's 500 years old, so let's go.
Amazing.
I love Zayden too.
Yeah.
If Zayden and Luther can kind of combine.
You have to create a starter pack of 3 books for a friend who has never read any fantasy. What 3 books are you putting in it?
Go ahead.
You know, Smoking Scar.
I was going to say Smoking Scar would be a good fantasy book.
Yes, that would be a good fantasy book.
Ooh, The Stars Would Curse Us is a fantastic, so good fantasy. It's a romantasy, so it's very...
Yes.
It's not heavy on the world building. It's very romance.
The same with the one we just read for the book club. Blooms of Darkness.
Yes.
Our 3 package is Smoke and Scar, Bloom of Darkness, and The Star Would Curse Us.
There we go.
That's it.
All right.
Cool. And it's one for the 2 of us because we are a group.
We counted because I can't think of any more.
Yeah.
All right. So if your favorite fantasy villain opened a TikTok account, what kind of content will they post?
Ooh, good question.
At this moment, my favorite fantasy villain is Theophany.
Yeah, I was gonna say Theophany.
And I think she would just be like showing off because she's beautiful. I picture her as like this beautiful villain. And I think she would just like be showing off. Like she would just go like, I'm like, I think that's her vibe.
Ooh, what about Amarantha? I feel like Amarantha
would be doing this. That is true.
She would be like,
yeah,
we're like all night. Yeah.
Now, I currently, because we just read Bloom of Darkness, the villain in that book is a good villain. The moment that he showed up on page, I was like, I hate this person. He was a good villain. And I think he would just be like,
what's the name? I can't remember.
He's the advisor. I don't remember. Andres. Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
So he would just be giving financial tips, even though he doesn't know anything.
Oh,
that's what his TikTok account would be.
Financial
advice. Yes, he would be giving like coach. He would be a life coach, and he would be like the shitty life coach.
I was gonna say I came up with Amarantha.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have like a favorite villain. I would say. I I said Amarantha. That counts.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds
Go
good.
ahead.
We're now going to switch kind of into like more behind the scenes type of stuff.
Okay.
What's a moment during an interview that completely surprised you or changed how you saw an author's work?
God, these are hard. Okay. I don't know.
So we had this interview with
Are you about to take my author?
JD Garner.
Yes, that's literally
Can
what I
we
was
do
thinking.
have one answer then? Because
Yeah.
Okay.
I will tell my story.
Okay.
Okay. So we were not sure. We had this interview with JG Garner. We were not sure what to expect because he was the first man that came to the show, and we just didn't know. He's a very intelligent person, and we didn't know what to expect. The four of us, Bass, David, Vanna, and I, we were mesmerized by that man.
Yeah.
We were like, he's so well spoken and he was so interesting to listen to. Like, David is always there, Bass is too, but they're doing their thing. Like, they're busy doing things for us. The four of us, we sat down and we were just listening. So that was like, it changed my whole. Also, I walked into this bookstore and this guy, he had the biggest smile. He was so nice. I was like, oh my gosh, he's so nice. So that was my like, oh, okay. I was hoping, I didn't know what to expect. That was my thing with him.
My thing is like I never had a moment where I was like, oh my God, I was not expecting this at all type of thing, because I don't know, I feel like the authors, we kind of get in because the way we choose our authors, we speak to them first. So
Mhm.
we always try to get to know them a little bit. We try to get to know their energy,
Yeah.
what they're about.
Because they need to vibe with us
Right.
before they come into the show. 'Cause
Right.
That doesn't make sense.
We are very chaotic, energetic girls that, love to just
Yeah.
yap about books. So we want to
Yeah.
make sure that the author is also like that energy is in the room with us, and
Yeah.
so we can feed off each other's energy.
Yeah.
So I feel like the energy that I meet when we first talk to them versus when they're there, it's the same for me.
Yeah.
But I will say with JG Gardner, I absolutely loved, well, not just him, but all of them. I absolutely loved the way when he was talking about his book, he like lit up. And I feel
They
like
all do, but
they-
he was just so
he was so
happy.
yeah, like even me, like I would ask a question and he'd be like, okay, great, like let's talk about this. Like he
Let's
would be
do it,
like
yeah.
he's ready. He's like, okay, pulling down his shirt, like, okay, and this is what
He
happened.
was- yeah.
And he would just keep going. And I think
Yeah.
that's the best part, because he's like, oh, like you didn't ask this, but and then he would like continue. And it's just like
Yeah.
I love that. That is the energy that we look for
Yeah.
on TBR Trio, like just to
He was really passionate. about it.
Yeah.
They all are.
yes.
But I don't know. We were impressed by him because we didn't know what
Right.
to expect.
Yeah, it's just like,
Oh, also because we didn't talk to him in person. He contacted us.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
what I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
Sorry.
He's no. He said he was the first author to reach out to us and say, "Hey, I've been following your interviews. I want to be interviewed by you guys." So
Yeah.
we were like, "That's the unexpected thing."
And he was like right in the beginning.
Yeah, it
that
was. I think it was like a month. Sorry, a month into us doing this whole
Yeah.
thing, he reached out to us. That was my unexpected time when our
Yeah.
very first author reached out to us, and I'm like, "Oh my God, like we're being known." Oh my God, wait, I just thought. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll make this really fast. The one thing I didn't expect was not at an interview, but because of we've been interviewing, when we were at the Right Women Festival, one of the owners, I believe it was Cardin, that
Yeah.
came up to us, and she goes to me, she was like, "You look familiar. I know you from that interview thing where you do and I was like, "Oh my God, it was because it was crazy. We're only doing this for like
a few
4
months.
months.
I mean,
4 or
we are
5
still
months.
only 5 months down.
Yeah, it hasn't even been half a year, and someone already recognized us. Like that is
Yeah. Crazy.
absolutely wild.
Yeah.
Just insane. Yeah.
So, what's the funniest or most awkward moment that's happened while recording?
Well, I'm always barefoot. And the first time she saw it, she was like, "Why did you take your shoes off?" Well, that's like a behind the scenes kind of thing, funny moment. We were just like, the fuck?
Yeah, she went full barefoot, not even socks. I
No.
was like
Just
very
Listen,
put off.
it's usually wood and it makes noise, and I want everything to be good for you guys.
Yeah, I know, but you like
I
raw
don't-
dogged it. You did like barefoot, not even socks, man. Like, I'm sorry, I'm a germaphobe. So like
Yeah.
for me, it's just I would have at least worn socks. No judgment to you,
No,
of course, but
Right.
it was
Let's
just
take it.
that really did take me
Yeah.
aback a little bit.
So that's like a behind the scenes kind of moment. That
Yeah.
It was just freaking funny.
on camera. I don't. Ooh, I remember there was.
I remember another one.
I know. I'm like I'm so delayed. It's bad. When we were doing we were interviewing Valerie and Stephanie for
That
the
is
Stars
the
Would
one.
Curse Us,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't forgot the question completely, but it was something about like I don't know, but we were talking. I think we were talking about like a spicy scene or like a location of where you would bang bang, as Nicole would put it. And she said on like her ladder,
like a library ladder,
like a rolling ladder, and I was like,
and I'm a boudoir photographer, and then we had this whole conversation, and then Vanna was like, "I have a clip. I'll edit here of her reaction." She was like,
I was so shocked.
On a ladder.
I was
so really funny. That
trying
was
to figure out how that would work. But anyway, that was really funny. Yeah.
It's kind of, this question is kind of funny because it's almost like this is what's happening right now. But if the roles were reversed and you were being interviewed, what would be the one question you'd dread having to answer?
Tell us about yourself. I hate that question with a passion.
And she asks every single author that.
Well, you gotta do it.
I agree. Like, tell us about yourself. I think I agree with that. Because, like, ask my husband about me. I think it's easier for him to reply. Because I'm like, I'm great. Like, what am I going to reply? I don't know.
Fabulous.
No, that's like, you know.
For me, it's more so like, what information do you want to know? Because I could tell you the most boring, or I could tell you like the most.
There are ears, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like, do you want to know my favorite food, or do you want to know like what inspired you to?
Do you want to know the trauma from my childhood? Like, what is happening?
Well, you got to give us something to work with here. Yeah.
That's my answer too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about behind the scenes. What is a ritual you do before and after recording, or after recording?
Well, my ritual is making sure I get all the equipment I need. So I'm going around my house because I use my equipment for other things. So I'm going around my house telling my husband, I got the camera, I got the tripod, I got the batteries, I got this, I got that. So that's my ritual.
I think we need a BTS of that. We need like a footage.
I can give you guys that.
Pack with me for TBR.
And then I'm getting the hair out of the stuff because I have a dog and he sheds a lot. So that's my ritual. Making sure I have everything I need.
Do you have like a time, like let's say you always pack a day before or
the night before?
The night before always.
The night before.
We are procrastinators at best.
If I don't do the night before, I'm gonna forget stuff.
Yeah. That's fair.
And I still forget stuff.
That's fair. That is relatable. Well, I have my routine of writing my questions and outlining my drafts. So I have like a template that I work with, and then I just tailor it to each specific author, and I add new questions based on their book. I tend to do this about a week-ish, or if I'm really, really busy and I don't have time, I will do it like the day before, which happened this past weekend. But that's before. So I'm like working on the questions, doing research about the author, and making sure like I know when their first book was published, and I know if they have any upcoming projects that they would want to talk about, like kind of weave it into the conversation, or any like milestones that they hit, just to bring it up and like talk about how they feel in that moment. But mostly it's research and outlining for me. After the interviews, we always take photos with the author.
That's another ritual for after the interview. We have to take a little four of us.
And then we do this thing at the end of every interview where we're like, that's a wrap. And then we just, I don't know, it's just little things. It's just, it's cute.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say we do have one more ritual that she forgot.
Oh, but that's me and you though. That's not.
But that's okay.
It's a ritual because we only do it after the interviews.
Okay, yeah.
I think. Can I guess?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like you'll
Dave
know.
Hot Chicken.
Yeah.
They always go to Dave's Hot Chicken.
Backstory: we don't have a Dave's Hot Chicken where we live, so of course, when we're always up here, it's always in, because we've been filming a lot in Baltimore. So, and there's a Dave's Hot Chicken, like literally, like what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
One down the street here too.
So that's where we're going. So that's where we're
getting like on our way to her, right? Yeah.
So after this, that's where we're going. So if you find us there, well, this will be after, but we do get Dave's Hot Chicken, and it's literally like a reward. I want to do like that trend. That's what a trend I would do. It's like I take a bite of my chicken after a whole day of interviewing. It's like. Yeah. I told him we should do it. He said no. He hates me for that.
Okay, if you could host an interview in a fantasy location, where would it be?
Oh my god!
Like in a fantasy world?
Yeah.
Hogwarts.
Or if you want to get super detailed and be like, I want it to be on the parapet of,
Well, first of all, I would never step foot on the parapet if I don't have to.
I would do. What is that restaurant in Valaris? You know where they go? Is it Rita's? I would do it at Rita's.
Oh, is it the place that they cook? She cooks really well.
Yes, and then they go clubbing after that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the place. I'm not sure. I think I might be like messing up the name, but that's the place. read us.
Okay. All right. Where would I do it?
Okay.
I would do it in a dining room.
In the dining room. Yes.
Of any
the boys
fantasy
might
room.
not understand what we were saying, but
The viewers will understand
In
if
a
they
dining
want,
room.
if they listen to Fantasy Fingers. We're
Yeah.
throwing a lot of FFG out there, up there. Yeah, I would do it
in a dining room.
in a dining room. Why not? Maybe if we're in Valaris, we'll do it in the townhouse dining room.
Cute. Yep.
So, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's you. It's
Yeah.
your turn.
I just wanted to know more
He's thinking
about
about the dining
the
room.
dining rooms.
Lots of things happen in the dining room.
We don't have time for that.
Maybe on the
A
drive
lot of
the drive
things-
home.
Ooh, a lot of things happen in the dining.
Yes, ma'am.
Can we talk about the dining room?
No.
It's for after dark.
All right. So, what's next for your interviews? Dream authors, goals.
Oh my god.
Should we?
What?
We have something next for TBR Trio. So 2026 looks a little different for TBR Trio.
Not different, just added. Growth.
Added.
Yes.
Yeah, there's like some things that will change.
Yeah.
We are working hard. I have some ideas in my head.
As she always does.
But we haven't like outside talked about this other than like just us, but we will make this into a audio podcast too. So
Yes.
you still have the video just fine, but you also be able to listen on your way to work if you don't want to watch the video. So
Yeah.
that's like the next thing that we want.
Yeah, that's the next thing we're working on.
Yeah.
We have a couple things coming up, but we can't really talk about it right now because we
We
haven't announced. I mean, we haven't really announced it. So
Yeah.
we have a lot of things working behind the scenes. So
Yes.
2026 will be kind of new and improved.
Yes, and
Yeah.
this is like, it's been almost 5 months and we've done over, is it 15 interviews by now? I think around
Oh,
that.
Yeah,
like
because
over,
we have
yeah.
10 uploaded right now.
yes,
right?
11 uploaded right now.
And we just recorded.
yeah, we
3.
just recorded a few. So we worked hard, but I think we are making it even better for next
Yeah.
year. So that's what we.
I would say a dream author I would love to have is Pen Cole. I would
Yes.
love to interview her. She's just fantastic.
I do want to bring Gretchen back
I would love to bring Gretchen.
because she just became
Yes.
traditionally. She's hybrid,
Yes.
but I would love to have her back.
Yeah, she did get picked up by a publisher just recently. So
Yes.
that would be really fun. And she was our very first interview.
She was.
So it would be
I would
really
love to have her back.
it'd be a full circle moment to
Yeah.
have her.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another author. I would love to have all of them.
Yeah,
If you guys all want to be on the show,
yeah.
let
Just
us know.
just call us.
just send us an email.
All right.
That was awesome.
That
I
was it.
appreciate you guys
Yeah.
taking the time to answer all these questions, and I hope you enjoyed it.
You better.
My husband will come for you.
Well, do you guys have any questions for us before we close this?
No, this is not about you.
I am going to leave this here. You will see this. Yeah, this was awesome. Thanks, guys.
Oh my god, maybe we should interview them one day.
We can interview them.
I don't know how much of a
Be like, how do you keep up with us?
yeah.
Well,
that's-
if you liked this, make sure to follow,
like
comment, subscribe, share to your friends, and everything.
and
Join
all
our
things.
Discord channel,
Yes.
Discord server.
Join
Our book club
moderator M.
is behind the camera right now. Yeah, is that a wrap?
That's a
That's a
wrap.
wrap.
That's
All
a
right,
wrap.
that's a wrap.
Yay!